Welcome back, everybody, to It's Cosplay Time. I am Chris Doyle, aka Mr. Zoom _ 2028.
And I am Rachel, aka Zombie Sailor.
And today we are here with special guest.
Oh, hi guys, I'm the Deadpool Stormtrooper. You might have seen me on shows such as My Hero Academia or The Bachelor. I'm just kidding. What's up? How you guys doing?
Oh, pretty good, man. How about you?
Pretty good.
Thank you guys for having me on, by the way.
Yeah, happy for you to be here, man.
Yeah, definitely.
So, shall we?
We shall.
Awesome.
All right, first question. Is favorite characters for cosplay?
Favorite characters for cosplay? I'd probably have to say, because I've only been doing this for about a year now, probably Wolverine, even though I've always been dying to be Wolverine, been wanting to be Wolverine. As you can see, I'm Deadpool. Secretly, I've been wanting to be inside Wolverine, but, that'll never happen, even though he's been inside me. I think he's been inside everyone. But
he's
anyway,
inside everyone.
He is inside everyone. He's in our hearts, and in our minds, and in our heads. Anyway, but yeah, I think Wolverine would probably be one of them. I've always wanted to just play a dead person, so that'd be awesome. Probably like a zombie or something. Just show up to the function like, yeah, I just got bitten. Somebody shot my brains out. I'm here now. Let's drink. And of course, my all-time favorite, Deadpool. Now, I always wanted to play Deadpool or cosplay as Deadpool, but I always wanted to do something different and new because so many people have done the character, and I'm starting to see more and more people do the character. So, two of my favorite, things together. Star Wars. I've always been a big fan of Star Wars and a big fan of Marvel, and there we go.
There you go.
Stormtroopers never got as much.
Even I have been a pool. I was presidential candidate Deadpool. Unfortunately, I did not win.
Huh.
Oh no, that's impossible. You can't win. Deadpool for president. That's like handing a baby a gun. You know what I mean? I mean that's already happening because our president now is basically a baby with a gun. So, just edit that out. By the way, just edit that out. I don't really. But yeah.
All right, Rachel, your turn for question.
All right. What would you say is your cosplay pet peeve?
Ooh, when somebody gets my name wrong, and it's happened so many times. I'll just walk in and they're like, "Oh, cool, Dead Trooper," or "Oh, Storm Cool," or even something really, really crazy like, "Oh, Dead Storm Pool Trooper," and I'm like, "No, it's just Deadpool Stormtrooper." Just keep it, or just call me Red. Just call me Red.
Get it right.
That is one of my pet peeves. Funny story. I was at a Dave & Buster's a while back last year for Nerdbot Con in Pasadena, and I was just having dinner with a couple friends, and we were ready to go upstairs to the after party. And just before we left, we paid the bill. And there were little kids running around. They were like, "Oh, cool, Star Wars." And I was like, "Hey, hi." And there was one little girl in particular who stopped me and said, "That's Spider-Man." And I was like, "No, I'm not Spider-Man. I'm Deadpool." And they were like, she kept doing it. She kept taunting, calling me Spider-Man over and over. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. I love Spider-Man. He's a very good friend of mine, but no, I'm not Spider-Man. And then she continued to taunt me and taunt me. And as we were leaving, she ran, and then she paused and turned around and she said, "You are Spider-Man. You are." And I was like, holy crap. This little girl's gunning out for me. So, yeah, no. When somebody gets my name wrong, that's one of my biggest cosplay pet peeves, if anything. I did get called Iron Man one time. That was kind of a confidence booster, you know. Did the whole I'm Iron Man thing. I did this.
Yeah, I actually. My little brother, he saw Deadpool for the first time a while ago, and he called him the funny Spider-Man. And I was like, okay.
I see so many things wrong with what you just said. Your little brother just saw Deadpool. That's an R-rated film. I still to this day
He said the funny Spider-Man, and I was like...
Or did he see Once Upon a Deadpool?
No, he saw the first Deadpool, and he called him, like, he always calls him the funny Spider-Man. Because he loves Spider-Man. And he was, anytime I'm like, oh, do you want to watch Deadpool? He's like, yeah, I want to watch the funny Spider-Man. And I was like, so that's what he calls him. The funny Spider-Man. That's what he's called.
I'll take it. If somebody called me, that'd be acceptable. It's not just Spider-Man. But,
well, also this costume has gotten a lot of wrong names.
No one thing.
I've been Reverse Flash, Negative Flash, Black Flash.
You look like Venom Flash.
Venom Flash. I'm surprised. No, yeah, I'm surprised you haven't gotten that.
All of them were on the walking from the hotel to LA Comic-Con.
Yep.
Oh man, did they ever call you Black Flash?
Black Flash.
Yep.
That's pretty cool, actually. Black Flash.
Technically, that one is correct. Like later in the season, he does become Black Flash, the Grim Reaper of speedsters, but not this one right here.
I'm gonna level with you. I've never seen any of the CW shows. I know. I'm sorry.
His face is.
I know. You can tell that he's shocked because he has that little thunderbolt on his chest. But no, it's not that I have anything against DC. It's just, my goodness, they can take some tips out of Marvel's rule book. I just think that the movies are a lot better. They established themselves around the same time. But what I wish that DC did was just scrap all the films that they had made, to be honest with you. Because in my personal opinion, the best DC film that I've ever seen was Watchmen. By all means. And the first two Batman with Michael Keaton that, what's his name, did, the guy who made, what's that one movie? The Nightmare Before Christmas.
What's his name? Tim Burton.
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that will always be my all-time favorite Batman film. Those two, just because they played it off so well. Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, Danny DeVito as the Penguin, Jack Nicholson as the Joker, and Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton as Batman. It was the most realistic thing to me.
I don't know. At least Suicide Squad 2, though, is getting a Marvel director.
Oh, is it?
James Gunn is doing Suicide Squad 2.
Oh, wow.
I think it'll be a little better, but they're saying that it's a reboot of Suicide Squad 1. Yeah. So I don't know what we can expect from that. But what I'm hoping is that we get Takai. I can't pronounce his last name, so it might sound like something that shouldn't. Takai Waititi.
Taika Waititi?
Yes, there you go.
Thor Ragnarok guy.
Yes, the director for Thor Ragnarok. I hope that they get him to direct Guardians Volume 3. just because the humor is just on par with what James Gunn brought to the table.
Yeah.
I just don't want to lose that. Because I remember watching the first Guardians, and I teared up, because it was just so emotional. And literally, I got way too late in the game watching the MCU films. But that one cleared it up for me, because I was just like, holy crap, I gotta go back. I gotta rewatch these. And I was already a fan of the comics, so, you know, and they were just a bunch of nobodies. So I kind of got into it from there. So that was great.
Yeah.
Oh man, but prepare your tear ducts for Endgame though.
Oh yeah, 2 months. 2 months.
2 months.
Captain Marvel next week, actually.
Yeah. I gotta wait though to see it.
It's gonna be intense.
It is.
Find out three answers to 3 big questions. And for all you viewers, spoiler alert. Number 1, how the hell did Nick Fury lose his eye? Number 2, where the hell has Captain Marvel been this whole time? And number 3, most important of all, how the hell did Thanos get his hands on the Mind Stone? And I don't think anybody really thinks about that one.
Yeah.
But if you go back to the Avengers 1, he gives the scepter to Loki. And what's inside the scepter? The Mind Stone. So you gotta ask yourself, how the hell does he have that one, but not the rest of them?
I think I looked it up, and they did explain it, but I don't remember their explanation or anything. I just remember looking it up and where everything came from, but I forget what their explanation was.
Oh, and also, which one of the original Avengers is a Skrull sleeper agent?
Oh, yeah.
I have a theory about that one, actually. Which one of the Avengers has it way too good?
Yeah.
Answer me that. Go ahead. Please. I would like to know what your guesses are.
Huh.
So we have Agent Romanoff, Hawkeye, Hulk, Thor, what is it? Oh, I almost forgot their name. Captain America and Iron Man.
Or it could be the unknown choice. It could be Ant-Man.
No, because I love Ant-Man, and that'll never happen.
Like, no.
Yeah,
How
but
dare
there is slight evidence that it could be him.
No, but I said, who has it way too good? I mean, technically, he's barely getting off of house arrest. He's been on house arrest for the past 2 years, ever since Germany, and he's not able to see Cassie. So he's just been dealing with his own thing, you know? And he's been in jail for about 20 years or something like that. So I would say that Hawkeye isn't a Skrull, but here's my thing. What if one day he woke up and his family, what if his wife and his 2 kids were Skrulls? And then that's why you see him in Japan.
That would be quite the twist.
Off that way, and there's dead people, because those are Skrulls as well.
What a twist!
What a twist.
Whoa.
Gotta do that at the same time. Ready? Oh.
Mind blown.
So there's that theory, and I've been thinking about that for the longest time. But what was the question?
Did I ask a question or did Rachel ask a question?
Don't think I think you were the last one to ask the question.
Did I?
Yeah, you were the last one, and I think it's my turn to ask the question.
Let me check the question list. Make sure I did the ones.
That's not a list. That's a phone.
Yeah, and also the gloves are being mean.
Yeah.
Oh man. I will say this.
Oh wait, I've only asked one question.
I know I only ask one?
I did favorite character to cosplay as, and then I think we threw it to you.
And then I did pet peeve.
Ah, yes, that's where we were at. And then
And then I think we went on the rambling about Avengers.
Yeah.
yeah, once you get me going, you can't shut it off.
All right,
Maybe-
so favorite convention to go to?
Oh man, that's an easy one. I think I've grown to love this one just because of how well it's put together. I would have to say Long Beach Comic Expo. Has to be. I mean, then you have LA Comic Con, but that was extremely overwhelming.
Yeah.
Shoot my own horn, but I had literally people lining up to see me, to take a photo with me. And I was
You
like,
said, what con was this?
Long Beach Comic Expo.
Wow.
No,
That
not
must
that.
yeah, you were definitely like,
No, that is my that's the answer to what my favorite convention is.
oh.
Yeah, because it's just so it's just so very well put together. It's
Yeah.
just it's local. You see a lot
Yeah.
of things that you knew from other conventions. It's not
Yeah.
like big Comic Con. LA Comic Con's a big one, and last year was my first LA Comic Con. It was my first real Comic Con. So that one, like I said, it's extremely overwhelming. I had
Yeah.
people like to see me, and I'm like, holy crap, Art, are you sure you're not waiting for someone behind me? And they were like, no, 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 we want to take a photo with you. And I was like, holy crap.
Oh wow.
Thanks. I'm new on the scene. What's your name? We can
Yeah.
talk a cup of coffee first, you know? But yeah, people were so like in like just thrilled to see me, and I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
To this day, I'm not at all used to people coming up to me and asking me for a photo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah.
Still so new to me. You know, I've only been doing this for a year, so it's intense, really intense. Like, hey man, I'm just trying to grab a beer and sightsee. What's going on?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you with that. My first Comic-Con was like about 3 years ago, and I was Lilu Dallas from The Fifth Element, and it was
Listen,
my first con, and I was just like, people were asking for pictures and stuff like that, and I was like, oh wow, I was not expecting this.
that's one
So
of
I
those
definitely like,
you can watch over and over again. So I can see why
yeah,
they come up to you because it's a great movie. It's a really
yeah.
great
I
movie.
was the only one dressed as Lilu, so it was
Yeah,
pretty
that's
cool.
great. I love the Fifth Element.
I love it. That's why I cosplayed as her because she's my favorite.
How many times did people ask you to do the big bada boom?
Um, Only a couple, not a lot, just a small amount. Mostly they were
What
just like, oh, I gotta take a picture.
about the multi-pass?
And then I had my multi-pass too, and I would like pose with it.
Did you also have
So
like
it was.
somebody dressed up as Corbin Dallas?
I didn't see anyone. There was no one dressed up, and I don't have many friends around here that cosplay, so it's usually only me, and I have a handler, and then that's about it.
It's just cool. It's just cool. People don't understand.
Yeah.
Only cool people dress up. That's why I'm the coolest.
We're cool.
We're cool. Cool Kid Club. Oh, I thought you were doing that. You're just adjusting yourself.
And then out of cosplay, I'm a wrecking ball of anxiety.
Yep.
Literally, literally.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I'm pretty much the same out of cosplay. People just don't know. They're just like, he's actually the same person. Wow. It's like I'm not. It's like he doesn't shut off. He doesn't have a shut off. I don't. I really don't. I'm never quiet. Well, at least not when I'm awake. So
Mm-mm. Oh.
yeah.
All right. So my question would be, would you prefer to go to cons with like a group, or do you prefer to go solo?
Um, I don't necessarily go solo. Um, I always go with my wife, and
Yeah.
I love her. So we love doing this together. We
That's
always
good.
do either couples cosplay, which is
Oh, nice.
amazing. Yeah, she'll dress up as like Boba Fett or another Star Wars character. She's only done Boba Fett, but wonderful, wonderful cosplay. Awesome.
Yeah.
She builds it herself. I don't help her. Same thing with me. She helps me
Yeah.
just strap in. But I wouldn't say that I go by myself.
Yeah.
I'd say this: people do eventually hit us up and just come together as a group,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's always fun. You know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would like to do that eventually because I've always been kind of like you. Like, I'll have someone with me. But I eventually would love to do like a cosplay group. Like, that would be really fun to go all together or just like do a big, like it'd be cool to do like a whole Avengers group thing or a Deadpool group thing. That would be really cool. I know I have the Deadpool thing in the works with the two other people eventually, but
I've been wanting to do a full group
that
for
would
the
be.
it doesn't matter. I think that you can do anything with the character. There's
Oh,
so
yeah.
many variations of him. So
Yeah.
by all means, I really would love to see that come to fruition one of these days because
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
the dude that goes to these cons and like tries to pick out all of them, and I'm like, hey, we're taking a photo. It's a group photo, and it's
You
just like
get over here.
the
Get
rest of
over it.
but yeah, make it happen,
Oh,
definitely.
yeah. Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah,
I actually
definitely.
had my handler dress up as Bob, Agent of Hydra, when
Ooh,
when I was my Deadpool Mandalorian armor,
oh,
and I
nice.
kind of scared him away from cosplay for a little bit.
But,
Wow, what you do?
He didn't really like wearing the skin tight green morph suit.
but,
Uh, Nobody likes wearing morph suits. I think I've worn a morph suit probably only one time in my life, and it was weird because every time I looked at myself in the mirror, I thought I was looking at somebody else, and just for the simple fact that like my nipples were hard, so hard, you cut down, like they were
Yeah.
just shooting lasers out. So I wouldn't consider it. I would not consider a morph suit unless you're doing some visual effects or something, you know.
Well,
But
yeah.
also we tried to sew mesh on, like we cut eye holes and sewed mesh onto it, but it's like we didn't use the correct mesh, so his eyelashes kept getting stuck in it.
Yeah.
you should have just put like eyebrows and a mustache on top of it.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. And just like walk out in normal clothes, but it's just this guy who's green. No eye holes. Just walk out like that.
But
Just walk out like this.
The green screen man.
Yeah, ooh, that's nice. I like that.
You know, I'm cosplaying as the guy who has to dress up in a morph suit whenever a TV show needs something to float.
but
Yeah, like Charlie Day from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. You do
Yeah.
that.
that's
Yeah.
funny.
All right. Favorite slash least favorite thing about cosplay?
Um, my favorite thing about cosplay would have to be just dressing up. Honestly, I like dressing up. Um, I'm gonna be wearing a dress soon. Not today, but
Not
very very
today.
soon. Uh,
Ooh.
Oh.
yeah, it's a future cosplay in the works at the moment. But yeah, no, just dressing up. Honestly, stepping out of reality for a little while is always good.
Yeah, I
That's the
agree.
best.
Yeah, that is the.
Good to just not worry about stuff for a while and kind of like the master of disguise. Become a
Yeah.
different person, you know?
Turtle, turtle.
Exactly. So just that's the cool part. My least favorite part about cosplaying. Oh man, there's so many. There's so many. I'm only gonna say this one. Uh, you get sweaty.
Yeah.
Some
I
of
get
them, yeah. I feel that, yeah.
in the suit sometimes. Uh, Sometimes I wish I would have like built it accordingly because the third suit, I have 3 suits right now. My first suit, it was wonderful. My second suit got even better. My third suit was definitely a work in progress because I just rushed it. And I think I rushed all 3 of them actually because I just wing most of my projects. And there's no ventilation in here besides my eyes and under here. But yeah, I think it's just that one. I just get
Yeah.
Well, and also most of California is not cosplay friendly with the weather.
Oh no, not as lately. It's gonna get hotter. We're gonna be in what is it, spring, pretty soon. So
yeah,
we're definitely gonna get some more winds. I sound like a weather reporter. Well, we definitely got some winds out here and a lot of sun. But you guys stay classy. But most definitely, it's just gonna get worse and worse. Um, that's why I definitely will have other cosplays in mind that are a little easier on me, just so I'm not in armor the whole time. Also, because my guns fall off sometimes.
Yeah.
And I use really, really strong magnets. So that trips people out because you could just pull the gun out and then it just sticks back to my
That's
leg
nice.
plate. So,
yeah.
Man, like LA is not good for like this kind of cosplay, which is all like leather and rubber.
Yours would be perfect here for the cons I'm about to go to. Like because I have a con like I think next weekend, and it's freaking cold. It's like 20 degrees, so you'd be fine. Me, on the other hand, probably
all
not.
the best cosplays are for cold weather, like almost every time.
Right? That's what I'm like. Every time I'm going to a con, usually it's always cold because they always have them like in March or something for some reason. They love doing it in March. And I'm just like, I always have a cosplay and it tends to be more so not warm. So I'm always like trying to run to the fucking convention center as fast as I can, like freezing so bad. So
Yeah,
I
like
wish I had.
I did a full on Jon Snow cosplay for LA Comic Con.
Yeah, you
Which
must
was
have been sweating.
like leather chest, sweater sleeves, and then like the big ass cloak.
Yeah, you sweating.
Yeah, I wore that for like 3 hours at the convention and then switched to a different one.
I'm also going to level with you right now. I've never seen Game of Thrones either.
Very good. I will tell you that it's very good.
Bro, you gotta get on that.
Many deaths, many deaths, many a deaths.
Indie shows. I do like myself. I've been watching Deadly Class.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's very, very exciting. I just finished this one show called Diablero. It's about this Mexican demon hunter, which is pretty damn decent actually. It's all in Spanish, but it has subtitles.
Wait, is that it's on Netflix?
Yes.
I started that, but then I tried to do the like English audio for it.
Yeah.
But it was just kind of like a weird like brain thing with disconnects between like their mouths moving and like the English voice actors talking.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Just listen to them speak in Spanish. It's fun. You usually just hear bad words being said, and you're like, "Oh, some shit's going down." You know, some demons right around the corner. He said, Sarah. You know, but we finished watching Umbrella Academy also. And
that was a good one. I just did a cosplay of that one.
I saw it too. Yeah.
It was just amazing. Gerard Way did not disappoint. And,
I agree.
It was really, really great.
Please get a season 2.
Oh, they're definitely...
they confirmed it. Yep, they confirmed there's getting a season 2.
It deserves a season 2.
I agree.
Like a lot of Netflix shows don't deserve a season 2, but this one deserves it.
Yeah.
I also watched the that one show called Russian Doll. That was actually really good.
Doll. I've heard about that.
It's actually...
I heard it was good.
And at the moment we're watching Dark, the German show, but they dubbed it in English, and it's actually really well put together. It's very dramatic, but at the same time, it kind of reminds me of Black Mirror.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's got Black Mirror tones.
Yeah.
It takes place in the 80s also, and it talks about like parallel universes and time travel. And I don't know, I'm just a big fan of that type of science fiction. Fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Very good.
All
All
right, so
right.
whose
So
turn is it? I think it's
tis
yours.
mine. Tis mine. My next question is, who is your favorite cosplayer so far?
Ooh, ooh, dang. Putting me on
As
the.
I know, right?
The hot questions.
I
The
know that if
hot
I
question.
don't say Thunder Tiki cosplay, he will come at me. No, I'm kidding. Uh, that guy. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Um, Probably one of my favorite cosplayers right now at the moment has to be my buddy Louie. Um, he cosplays as Brawly. He cosplays as Bardock from DBZ. He has an amazing Goblin Slayer
Ooh.
cosplay, and his app is Iron Wolf. So I would say Iron Wolf is probably one of my favorites. Not just because he's my friend, but just his builds are intense because he's built all his Saiyan armor, and yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate the craftsmanship when somebody puts
Yeah.
cosplay instead of just like purchasing. No offense, just like instead of just purchasing something or 3D printing. It's just I feel like you can be more creative. You can fully show how creative you can really be by just making something. And I'll admit, I
Yeah.
the helmet. I didn't make it. I just put it together. Um, it was here's a little story. So my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, she had given this helmet to me as a gift, and she had found it busted in two pieces. Um, so I was grateful because I was like, oh my god, I love Star Wars. So I took it home, I glued it, took it to work. It sat there for about maybe 2 or 3 months, just collecting dust. And it wasn't until I took it upon myself to, clean it up, spray paint it, you know, primer, and then really mess around with it. And I said, why not Deadpool? Like I've never seen the Deadpool Stormtrooper. Like,
Yeah.
and this was shortly after my first convention uh, in February of last year. So I was totally new at this, and I had no idea what I was doing. So I just put it together. I was like, okay, I'm gonna tape off the eyes, and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna paint it red and paint the eyes black, and let's see how it goes. And eventually, we came out with this. So I'm
Nice.
happy
Nice.
about the result. So I think when you put time into something, you definitely feel a little prouder. That you
Oh
made.
yeah.
Yeah, I stitched this
Yeah.
myself. I didn't. I'm joking. But yes, most definitely. I think he's
Yeah.
favorite couple. Like I said, I'm going to be rambling on.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. So yeah, I would definitely, I'm trying to get more into the whole, creating cosplays part. Trying to teach myself. I have people who know how to sew and everything, so I've been trying to get more in that because there's certain pieces that you just can't really buy, I guess, or you have certain ideas that you would have to create yourself. So I'm trying to get more into that side of cosplay. But I've mostly, when I first started, I usually just kind of buy all my bits and pieces. But now that I'm more into it, I definitely want to get more into that crafting side of cosplay.
Yeah, most definitely. You got to start
Yeah.
somewhere. Like you got to start with like
Oh, yeah.
prop.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
It also depends on like if you have like before a convention, like if you have time though.
Yeah.
Because
Sometimes
sometimes
it's
like
all about,
if you're in a crunch, you need to like maybe buy something and like alter it a lot.
yeah.
Yeah,
Cause like I've tried to build like arm pads within like a not okay amount of time, and it didn't work. But this time I bought like some dirt bike pads, and then I'm building foam onto it to like just using the pad as a base and the to keep it attached to my arms, because every time I've made a strap for myself, I think it's broken the second day of the convention.
Oh man.
You really love to sweat. I've had friends who used motocross material, just the motocross helmets and pads and everything, and they give up after the first 10 minutes of wearing everything. I had a buddy who did his version of a steampunk Doctor Doom, and he had it on for about 5 minutes, and he took everything off because everything he had was his old motocross gear, and he had spray painted. And I'll give him an A for effort because it looked amazing. It looked intense, and it was just. If I had gotten a photo with him, then I would have definitely been proud because it was one of his first builds. But yeah, no, I wouldn't say use the motocross stuff. Just maybe just stick with foam. Stick with foam. You know, stick with foam and purchase some gloves. These actually are rubber, I think. I don't know. My buddy, he called me out. He's like, "Are those work gloves?" I'm like, "Great, thanks for telling everybody that they're work gloves. How are working?" So, but yeah, oh man, I am just sweating right now.
I don't know. Like, the thing about my like Deathstroke one though is because I already had most of the stuff. That's why I'm using like bought and stuff for the base of it. Because like I already had them, I wasn't using them. Might as well repurpose.
Yeah.
But actually, like this mask and costume last year, I got mildly dehydrated at LA Comic-Con.
It's not good.
Yeah, you don't want that.
And all the water fountains were broken.
Jeez. They were like, "Oh yeah, you seen that kid in the Zoom outfit, right? Yeah, let's break all the water fountains."
Yeah, because like at the LA Convention Center, how by all the like the men's rooms, there's that water fountain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like every single one of those was broken.
I'm telling you, somebody has that for you. They're like, "That's Thunder Tiki cosplay. Let's get them."
Like, but it's like the way they look. It's like even if I did get water, it's like, you might get some sort of metal poisoning from that water.
Yeah, I don't trust the water fountains. I think if you're gonna drink water, just bring it with you.
Yeah, it's because both me and my handler both forgot the water bottles to put in the backpack.
Also, kids like put their lips on the actual nozzle. They're in there. They're just. Oh.
But they're just.
Yeah, I don't trust that at all.
Oh man.
But yeah.
All right.
My turn.
Your turn. Yep.
Right.
Your turn.
The prop/weapons policy at conventions. What do you think about that?
For the most part, I like it, but I don't like when, they stop us at the, bag handling area, and then they tell us that we're not allowed to bring some certain things in. There was an incident a year ago where they said no guns or anything that appears to be a gun is allowed in the convention. And when we walked in, I saw this guy who was like all Call of Duty'd out, and he had a big airsoft rifle. And I was like, wait, what's going on here? Did that guy not get the memo? So I think, for the most part, I like it because, they're making sure that people are safe. There's families and kids, and, I respect that. I really do. Because everyone's just there to have a good time, and nobody wants to get hurt. But
Like the only downside though is like I think 2 years ago, LA Comic Con they banned like all weapons for one convention.
Yeah, it's weird. When we went to LA Comic Con, there were no metal detectors. So I was just like freaking out. I was like, "Holy crap! There's no metal detectors here. They're just gonna let anybody in." They just pat you down and they put straps on your stuff. But that's why I like Long Beach Comic Expo, because they actually have metal detectors. So they're really going their length to make sure that people are safe. And I definitely do respect that. You know,
Yeah.
it's those people, making sure people are going to have fun, and I get to at these events. So
yeah, but like a few times it has gotten like a little ridiculous though when like the weapon is obviously made of foam.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Or like a toy lightsaber. I think 2 years ago, LA Comic Con said no to.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
I never understood that.
Yeah.
I sent somebody who was a handler there at Long Beach Comic Expo, and they said that no lightsabers are like they're just prohibited. They're not allowed. So I'm like, what the hell? That's new. That's kind of defeats the purpose of being a Jedi, or any type of Star Wars character that wields a lightsaber. That's just dead. I'm just some guy in a robe now.
Yeah.
Or just like Big Lebowski or something.
I'm my dad on a Sunday.
Basically, I've seen your dad on a Sunday. He's cool. Sunglasses, Moscow Mule in one hand. Can't go wrong. But no, it's not too bad. I can understand why people do that. So
It's not too bad, but it's like when sometimes like the vendors were saying like either you got to bring this back to your hotel room now, or you have to leave it with the weapons check like right after buying it.
Yeah.
Like that's really the only thing I had a problem with.
Yeah.
It did happen to my first one. My buddy was dressed up as Deadpool, and I was dressed up as X-Force Wolverine. And he had these two toy guns that looked like little machine guns, and they just got them and they threw them away.
That's a dick move right there.
Yeah. We went through weapons check, and they looked at my claws, and they were like, "You're not gonna hurt anybody." FYI, my claws were chopsticks. That's how new I was to the cosplay world. That I was like, I can't afford Wolverine claws. What's the next best thing, And I had Chinese takeout the other night, so I was like, cool, got this. Spray paint them silver. So that was a given. People thought I was cool. I don't know. I think I'm cooler now. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm kind of a big deal. But yeah, that is my answer for that. And I hope people keep making these events and conventions safe for everybody. It'd be a shame if something bad happened,
Yeah. So my last question for you would be, what can we expect cosplay-wise in the future for you?
That is a very, very good question. I have a good number of cosplays lined up, two of which are pretty secret. But I mean, this is going to be up, today, tomorrow? So, future people, you'll see it. I can share, this is one of them. This is Vacation Deadpool Stormtrooper.
Nice.
Very laid back, very summer-like. I do have one that I have in mind, but I can't share it just yet. I will say this. Fight an evil by moonlight, win in love by daylight. Never back from a real fight. He's the one named
Sailor Moon. Hey! That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So, maybe Trooper Man? I ruined it. I ruined it. Yeah, Trooper Moon. So, combination of Sailor Moon and my character. That'll be a future cosplay. That's the one that I told you guys about that I'm excited to wear dress for. So, be on the lookout for that. Yeah, and then as far as like a different cosplay, I have one in mind. Um, with the Clone Trooper helmet that I told you guys about. But I just don't know how people would react to it. People really seem to like this character, so I just want to keep, you know, cosplaying as this character, just because I pretty much established myself as the Deadpool Stormtrooper, and
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
You know, I love making people laugh and making people's days a little more wholesome. And I try not to curse in front of the little kids, but sometimes it slips out and they don't mind. This is one thing that I am truly concerned about, because you said that your little brother has seen Deadpool. So, and you said the first Deadpool. How old's your little brother?
He is 5.
Okay, see, that is terrible. He's 5 years old.
He he was just, I was watching it and he was kind of like looking, and I was like, but my stepmom would come in and like kind of like tell him to close his eyes if there was anything like too, gory, but he was loving it. I mean, he doesn't he doesn't repeat anything from the movie, which is nice. So
Yeah, that's good.
he's good about that. He's very good about that.
That's right.
He
That's why
he knows.
me to this day that
Yeah.
when I'm at a convention and there'll be a little kid who'll just run across and they'll be like, "Mom, look, it's Deadpool!" And I was like, "How do you know? How do you know about Deadpool? You are a child. You are a baby. Like this is an R-rated character. I'm not a very clean character, so like there's a lot of f-bombs and a lot of slice and dice going on. It's just terrible. But overall, I like it. I like it. Those kids are getting a good look at what the world is really about, and sometimes you gotta bust some heads. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you gotta show them a little R-rated action. Not too much though.
Not
Which is
too.
why I think that they did the reboot, just so they can be like, oh, well, we're a part of Disney now. We gotta conform to this.
That's also why I feel weird with the age of a lot of my TikTok followers being so young.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, they're watching your stuff, man.
Because one of them will comment like, "Great video" or whatever, and I'll be like, "Ooh, you were younger than I thought this was gonna see."
Yeah. You're like, oh shit.
See that? It's that kind of language. But yeah, I think to answer your question, yeah. As far as any bigger or different cosplays, I have a few in mind. I think that this is me, the Greatest Showman with Hugh Jackman. This is me. Um, Great movie, by the way. Yeah, I just really like portraying this character and just really giving it my all. And people seem to like him too. So you'll be seeing a lot more of Deadpool Stormtrooper in the near future. So
Good.
Yeah.
Nice.
And my final question will be weirdest cosplay experience.
Oh, weirdest cosplay experience. Oh man, I think having to go to the restroom at every convention I've ever been to, and I'm still wearing the helmet, and I don't realize that I'm wearing the helmet because once the helmet goes on, I'm in full character. So I think going to the restroom probably is my weirdest experience because people will just turn around, they're like, "Oh shit." Oh. And then I'll just I'll use the restroom and people people will see me at the urinal and they'll be like, that guy, he's in full getup. He's taken away. So yeah. And I think one time one time I was walking out of the stall, and this person just bumped into me and was like, "Oh, sorry about that, dude." And I was like, "Oh no, holy crap! I didn't see you were all of that. Whoa!" And then he thought that I used the stall he went into, and apparently somebody dropped a deuce. And he's like, "Dude, that red guy's sick or something." So I think whenever I go to the conventions and have to use the restroom, I think that that's probably one of the weirdest experiences, just because I don't know when to stop. Like I said,
Yeah.
I don't have I don't have a switch, don't have an on and off switch. It just comes with the package. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say that's probably one of my most embarrassing and weirdest moments in cosplay.
Man, I actually scared a guy in the restroom in this costume because he was washing his hands and I stepped right out of the stall with the mask still on. So like I was just like looking at him from behind him and he saw my reflection in the mirror and went, "Oh!"
Oh my god, that's funny.
That's all you see is your eyes, and then just this dark figure. Just, oh my
He's
god.
probably like, demon, demon.
But
And especially like in the bathroom, like you're washing your hands, looking down, then you look up and see this face,
See
just
that,
looking
and
at.
you're just like, oh, that's funny. Oh.
yeah, yeah.
All right.
All right.
I think that is it.
Anything you want to shout out?
Yeah.
Wow. No one's ever asked me to shout out. Uh, I'd have to say a special shout out to the one and only Frankenstein's baby, the one and only Mr. Cool Whip, Iron Wolf, of course. Um, my buddy Michael, I just don't know his at. Deadpool with a sign. Um, let's see, Steamroller Jim. He's an awesome guy. Deadpool. I love Deadpool. Paul Star Hero. I'm just rambling names that come to the top of my head.
Ryan Reynolds.
Ooh. Thunder Tiki Cosplay. I love that guy. I love
Who's that guy?
Sailor
Who's
Zombie
that?
too. Sailor Zombie. They're my favorite.
Zombie sailor.
You know what I meant. You know
You
what
die. I got you. I got you.
Zombie Sailor.
Close enough.
Just like almost there.
It
Almost
was, it was, it was, it was like right there.
It was.
right there.
Right there.
Love her just like.
I should have just started off the video like this. Just what's he
Oh,
doing?
there is a Deadpool 2 reference right here, but I don't want this video to get demonetized, so.
It will. It will. It'll definitely. It's just there's so much. Rachel over here has been dropping f bombs the whole time.
You know what? Might as well do it.
Yeah.
This is a little thing kids call docking.
What? This is what docking?
That's what he said to Cable when they went crotch to crotch hug.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. But yeah. Oh, you guys already said that you guys are going to conventions. I'll actually be seeing you pretty soon.
Yeah.
You very soon.
WonderCon 2019. You will be seeing both of us.
Yeah. And this should totally come to the States. Definitely. Gotta get down here. These conventions are fun.
Come over to the warm weather, Rachel.
I know. I would love to do that because I'm sick of it being cold here. I mean, I'm expecting the next 2 weeks to be just in the 20s and snow, and I'm like, no.
Ooh, that is cold.
That is very cool.
I don't like it. Take me away from it, please.
Freeze to death over there or sweat to death over here.
Yeah, I would prefer to sweat to death because I don't like being cold. Let me tell you, I don't like it. Because most of my cosplays are for warm weather.
It's like they say, something happens in the middle of you. Never find out till I'm head over heels. You know what I'm saying? Here's for fears. Out there, have fun and head over heels. Oh, don't break my heart, don't take my heart, don't throw it away. Not a very good singer, by the way. I wrote that song. I did. It wasn't Tears for Fears. I wrote it. I did.
All right.
I believe you.
100% I believe you.
You better. I didn't just take this time watch for no reason. I'm using it. I'm using it wisely. Oh, man. So,
All right, I think it is time to roll out the ending outro. So, as always, I have been Mr. Zoom _2028, aka Chris.
And I am Rachel, aka Zombie Sailor.
And our special guest has been
Deadpool Stormtrooper. Very nice. Thank you very much for having me.
And
Thank you for coming. I'm sorry, I totally interrupted.
Are you were saying?
Oh, yeah, also, good night, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Just please watch the show, people.
Please.
Any last words?
No, I think.
I thought that was it.
And good night, everybody.